Hello everybody, my name is Esmeralda Guzman, and today I will be having a conversation about an extremely personal and deeply important topic. Not only is this topic extremely important to me, but thousands of families across the Central Valley. Today's podcast is going to focus on the human experiences of undocumented immigrants in Tulare, California. In all honesty, this topic is close to my heart because much of my immediate and extended family arrived in the United States undocumented. For example, my parents left Mexico in search of better opportunities to give to their children, opportunities they themselves never had. Fear and panic have begun to grip our community with the ICE raids spreading across the Central Valley. It is prevalent that we begin to have conversations about the unethical injustices that are plaguing undocumented immigrants currently. Throughout this podcast, we will look at research, statistics, personal stories, and a lived experience that reveals the human realities behind immigration. By the end of this episode, I hope everyone gains a deeper understanding of the topic and learns to be empathetic to others. Before we move into the research and historical content of undocumented immigrants in the Central Valley, I would like the audience to think about these two questions throughout the entire podcast. The first being, in what ways do undocumented immigrants provide for their community? And the second being, why do undocumented immigrants migrate specifically to places like Tulare? For some background information, Tulare County has an estimated 43,000 undocumented immigrants, 36,000 of which immigrated from Mexico. That makes about 89% of the undocumented population in Tulare County. Around 3,000 undocumented immigrants between the ages of 19 and 24 are currently enrolled in school. This includes universities and colleges. About 26,000 individuals are employed, making 62% of the undocumented population in the workforce. This data is derived from the Migration Policy Institute, which conducted their research in 2023. These numbers are not just statistics, they are people with lived experiences, human beings who have become a foundation for Tulare's agriculture economy. While looking at California as a whole, California grows about 3/4 of fruits and nuts consumed by the entire United States. Agriculture corporations have historically relied on the labor of undocumented immigrants and continue to profit from them. More than a quarter of California's entire agricultural industry could potentially collapse. A report by the Bay Area Council Economic Institute reported that California stands to lose $278 billion without undocumented workers. It is important to comprehend that undocumented immigrants are not outsiders. They are an integral part of our community. Now that we have looked into the research and historical context of undocumented immigrants, I would like to shift our focus to the life of undocumented immigrants in the Central Valley. When considering migrating to the United States, most undocumented individuals immigrate because of the necessity for better job opportunities, necessity for a better education, or the necessity to provide a better future for their children. Although looking for a better opportunity, there are challenges in the United States for undocumented immigrants. Many families struggle to find housing because of low or unpredictable incomes and fear of deportation. Under recent policies, fear of deportation and detention has increased exponentially. Another challenge faced is the limited access to health care in the United States. Many children of undocumented immigrants do not receive health care until they become adults. Recent policies from the Trump administration's Big Beautiful Bill seeks to get rid of healthcare programs created for undocumented immigrants. Undocumented children face a unique challenge. Programs like DACA have opened doors for many, providing access to education, but these programs also provide children with uncertainty. With the ongoing political changes, undocumented children's access to education, financial aid, and job opportunities becomes at risk. It is important to consider that these policies are changing everyday life. Many people feel unsafe going to work, taking their children to school, or even going to a hospital. Places that were once protected from immigration raids, as policies have changed from the Trump administration, these places are no longer protected. All over California, especially in Tulare, the fear continues to increase. As mentioned prior, undocumented immigrants have always been a part of my life, and I want to take this moment to connect all of the research conducted to something a little bit more personal, my family. This is going to be a little bit difficult to talk about, so please bear with me. Both of my parents arrived in this country undocumented. After having many conversations with them, I've understood why they made the choice to immigrate to the United States. My parents explained that there weren't any opportunities and prospects in Mexico. Ever since arriving in America 22 years ago, their lives have been filled with uncertainty. My parents have worked tirelessly to provide for their children while carrying the fear that at any given moment, a knock on the door can change my family's life forever. Unfortunately, this fear shaped my childhood. As a child, I didn't understand why my family wasn't able to travel or have certain luxuries that my peers did. My father has been a dairy worker for over 20 years, and I have personally seen the toll it has taken on him physically and mentally. As a child, I didn't understand why he didn't search for better job opportunities, but now as an adult, I understand that he simply didn't have the choice. My parents made the choice to leave Mexico because they believed their children deserved more. They believed their children deserved an education, safety, and possibility that they were never given. Through sacrifice, my parents gave up their own life to give their children a new life. I often ask myself what my life would have been if my parents had never immigrated. Everything would be different. My education, the opportunities I have received, and my entire identity would be completely different. Ultimately, I have to acknowledge that I have benefited from the choice my parents made 22 years ago. I could not be more grateful for my parents' sacrifice. I wanted to take the time to highlight an undocumented immigrant's unique experience. Today, I'm going to be interviewing Edgar Martinez. Out of respect, I'll only be sharing the information he is comfortable disclosing. Alrighty, so the first question I'm going to be asking you is describe your current life that you live in Tulare, California.
So basically, my day to day is basically just wake up, go to work, just hang out at work, do my thing.
Where do you work?
I work at Napa Auto Parts in Tipton, and I basically do that. Once I get off, I either come home, or if I have plans like a soccer game or anything, I do that. But most of the time, it's just work, go home, and just do my thing.
Okay. At what age did you immigrate to the United States?
I came here when I was 4 years old.
Can you recount the events?
Nah, the only thing I remember is already being here. I don't remember the process or like me coming over here or anything like that.
Have you ever talked about it to your parents and stuff? Have they ever recounted the events to you?
No, the only thing I know is that I came on the bus. I've seen pictures of myself on the bus, but
that's it.
That's
okay.
about it.
What was your personal experience going to school as an undocumented student?
In the beginning, like in kindergarten, it was difficult because I didn't know the language. But with the help of like the teachers and all that stuff, it was pretty good. I mean, everybody treated me the same. Everything was fun. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
You didn't feel like there was a difference in treatment from you being undocumented to you being, in comparison to
the kids here?
Yeah, the kids that aren't. No.
Nah.
Okay.
Everything was pretty straightforward.
How has your immigration status affected you?
It's affected me on not being able to travel to Mexico to go with the family. Not be able to get certain jobs because I don't have a valid social. It's not, that's pretty much it. Just not be able to work in certain spots and just not be able to travel.
Yeah, you don't have certain opportunities that other people do. I know that you didn't go to school, but had you gone to school, do you think that there would have been any difference between you and other people?
Like the way he treated me?
Not just in treatment, but I think about you were a DACA recipient, correct? You weren't?
I don't have DACA.
Oh no, you don't have DACA, that's true. So even that, you weren't even given the chance to go to school because you don't have DACA, so you wouldn't have been able to go? Okay.
Yeah, it would have pretty much been pointless for me to go to school because I have nothing to help me out.
So in terms of work, do you how do I word this? How did you receive the job that you have right now?
So basically, I went in. I was like, hey, I don't have a lot of social, and They were like, it's fine. Just if anything happens, we don't know nothing. And I was like, all right, that's cool.
Do you? So how do you get? Do you care if I ask like how you get paid?
Checks?
Checks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. How do you cope with the uncertainty of your status?
Like, how do I deal with it?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty normal.
Mm-hmm.
I just live going day by day.
Mm-hmm.
I just try not to like do anything stupid enough that could probably jeopardize my freedom here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to drink and drive, like all that stuff. Cause if I get caught with that, seeing that I'm an immigrant, I'll get sent right back to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Especially with this like year that has passed by, how do you think has your fear increased more as everything, like all of these new policies are being passed, or are you like, do you feel the same exact way?
I feel the same. I just like to be more cautious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just more cautious of going to more crowded areas or more public places like that. I'm just more cautious, but everything's the same.
Okay. What do you wish people understood about undocumented people, especially the undocumented youth? Because you did come to the United States when you were a child. At what age did you come? At 4? Yeah. So, what do you wish people understood?
That we're not all the same. Like, and even though we're not legally here, we're not here to just cause issues. Like, majority of like everybody, most of the time, they're just here to work and just build a future for their family and for the family in Mexico. Like for me, for example, I just work, just go home, just mind my business. I mean, there's gonna be other people that be doing stupid stuff, but this is how it is. Like, and then not every undocumented person is from Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what people like to categorize us. That everybody's every immigrant's from Mexico. It's not the point, not the case.
Yeah, I like that idea of like not everybody is the same, because yes, there is like obviously crime that comes into the United States, but I think the majority of undocumented people come for like a hope of better opportunities. I relate that back to like my parents and stuff. They obviously like they would have loved to live in Mexico and like had a whole life in Mexico, but they decided to like put that to the side to like bring their children here and like have a good future. What hopes do you have for your future? Do you ever like see yourself becoming a citizen here? Do you?
Yeah, that's one of my goals, to become a citizen. Right now I'm just waiting for the whole DACA thing to open up, so I could enroll and just hopefully fix papers like that. If not, my second chance is to get married.
Yeah. And then can you provide a story about your journey of when being an undocumented immigrant, if any story that you like remember?
Well, most of the time what happens is majority of my friends would like to come up with plans, and while everything's like, oh yeah, everybody, we're down, let's do this, let's go over here, and then when it comes to me, I'm like, hey, I can't. I be missing out on so many things. Like, they go to Mexico, some of my friends, they go to Europe and stuff to go to soccer and stuff, and that's like I wish I could go, but
it is. Alrighty, and then do you have any message that you would like to tell any other undocumented immigrants facing any similar situations as yours?
To just keep working hard, and don't use it as an excuse to get at anything. Like, if you want something just because you're undocumented, like, go get it, find a way, but always do it the legal way, and just have hope. Like, there's gonna be some type of way for you to get papers and all that stuff. So just have patience. It'll come to everyone.
Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you so much for giving me your time to interview you, and I hope that one day your hopes and dreams come true. As this episode comes to an end, I want to take the time to reflect on each section of the podcast. Throughout the podcast, we talked about the undocumented immigrants in Tulare County and the Central Valley, the contributions to the agricultural economy from undocumented immigrants, the challenges that undocumented immigrants face, my parents and Edgar Martinez's personal stories that remind us why it is important to continue to advocate for undocumented immigrants. I would also like to provide the Central Valley Immigration Hotline number, which is 707 800-4544. This hotline number connects undocumented immigrants to local support for rapid assistance with immigration issues in California. Thank you for taking the time to understand and reflect on the topic of this podcast. I would like to take the time to thank Edgar Martinez for having the courage to share his story at a time of uncertainty. My hope for the audience is that they continue to have these conversations with the community to raise awareness on the prevalent issues. Thank you so much for listening and have an amazing day.